What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this time we're continuing to show you how to make the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach lobby. This is part 10, and in this one we're going to be finishing all of the detailing in this kind of middle area here that we didn't have, which would be the elevators, these things, the dome up there, the logos and stuff on the sides, the ATMs, all that. And we'll just be left with the side rooms, which is pretty good. So yeah, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so it's time to start the, oh god, my voice. It's time to start the dome, which is going to be probably the worst part of this entire, lobby, I guess. I wouldn't say the entire series, because, yeah, no, there's some things in the atrium that are definitely worse. But anyway, you want to start by just getting out black concrete and glass blocks. That's all we'll need to do, I think, the entire dome. I guess also black stone stairs you do need for the tippy top, but that's not particularly important just yet. So... From the red concrete, you're going to start by placing a row of black concrete just up diagonally inside of the red, just having no extra corners or anything. It's essentially going to be, what is it, 7 here? No, it would be 6, because it's a 2-block center. 6, 2, 1, 2, 6, etc. Whenever I say numbers like that, essentially, the first number I say will be this long side, and then it will be the diagonals, and then it'll repeat, and then I'll end with the next, like, side. So that would essentially be... It's not half quite. It's a little under because it's 2 of the 4 sides and then 1 of the 4 diagonals portions. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. You should end up with this. It's a lot of circles that we're looking at right there. I'm seeing 3, black, red, and gray. You'll then anyway bring the black concrete up an additional row with black concrete. I'll try to make this as easy as possible while also not boring you too much or making it too particularly fast. Now, the next part is, I think, again, the best way I can describe this is we're going to start from the 1 diagonals here on each side, and you want to just bring them up with an additional black concrete. We're going to place all the black, and then we'll go with the glass from there. Well, kind of, I guess. If you... head to the rows of 6 black concrete, you will place a glass block on the ends and then a black concrete inside, which will leave you with 2 blocks in the middle if you can count that. I'm trying not to make you count anything really because black concrete sucks to count on and I can barely do it myself, so, you know, there's that. But on top of every other black concrete here, you'll just place a glass block. It should be the middle of the 6 diagonals and also the 2 diagonals, if that makes any sense. You should end up with this. You'll then place yet again an additional row of black concrete on top of all of that. And this will be where the dome actually starts to do the dome thing, you know, where it goes in and says dome. It doesn't actually say dome, it doesn't talk. At least last time I checked. I don't know, maybe maybe there was a new security breach update where the dome just every couple minutes goes dome and then and then moves on. Anyway, ignoring the stupidity that is what I just said, you want to come to the middle of each of the rows of 6, and you will know you're in the middle because you'll have these 2 glass, and you'll just essentially place the same glass on top on those, on those middle, yeah, like this. Then outside of that, you'll place a black concrete, and we'll just kind of go from here. This row is not the same, I'd swear. It's doing the dome thing now. Then from that black concrete, you'll go essentially in diagonally out with a glass from the black concrete. Essentially, all that means is towards the center of the dome diagonally, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. The logical way, I guess, to make it go. I don't know. I just play Minecraft, that's all. You'll then go out with a glass from there, which will you'll end up on top of the previous, like, 2 black concrete row. And then you'll go in diagonally again with a glass, and this will end up connecting your glass together, but you're not done with this row just yet because there is one more little thing we have to point out, which I actually almost missed, I'm not gonna lie, but I would have noticed it on the prize corner probably. On the diagonals of glass here, where they are the 2 ones, you will just place a black concrete on the corner. It should end up being on top of the black concrete rows that we already have on those sides, like that. You can kind of see you have just a giant pillar here. It is, again, hard to see because this block is the literal void. Although, you can do your best. So from the previous rows of 2 glass, again on the sides here, you're going to go up diagonally in with glass from them and just keep the same row of 2. I think this row, it doesn't fully stay consistently. Sometimes it'll be black concrete, but we will always start from this point, I guess. Oh god, I already have that one. You'll then go out from each of those with a black concrete. And then a glass block. And then I'll give you a second because I know I just hit you with the back-to-back. The classic 1-2. There you go. From that, I'm going to actually hit you with the 2-for-1 again. You're going to go in diagonally from those glass with a glass and then a black concrete. And you should only need the black concrete on, I guess, some of the diagonals because they will end up connecting like that at a point. And it should be kind of like diagonally in every single freaking direction from the previous black concrete pillars. Kind of on the quote-unquote corners of the dome, even though it's a dome, it doesn't have corners. But you know what I mean, the like, I guess the points of it. And you should end up with a lot of points, actually. How many do you have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 black concrete points. You can then copy the... Or you can, again, I guess, take the 2 glass in the middle on each side and extend them up. Along with the black concrete on either side, you will extend up by 1. So you'll just have these rows of 4. Just easier to do that for now. There we go. And then you will essentially just bring each black concrete from there in diagonally with glass until you connect to another black concrete. Yeah, sorry, diagonally. I don't know why I'm dying in this video. It happens, I guess. You should end up with this. Again, as is the drill, you will end up taking the corner black concrete again, or the, I guess, diagonal point, and bring it up with another black concrete. It'll be in the center of those 4 glass. It'll be between the 2nd and 3rd, I suppose, if you want that as a number. The next row is black concrete, and it's just diagonally up and in from everything. So essentially, you're going to have, I think it's just 4, 1, 1, 1, 4. If you can understand that language. If not, just ignore it entirely. It'll just make you more confused if you aren't processing it, I guess. Don't overthink it. That's always the goal with Minecraft, or the thing with these Minecraft builds. Sometimes I describe things weird or say extra things, but just don't overthink it, because I do that for sometimes only myself, but sometimes also just as a reference point if anybody particularly cares or, you know, knows what I'm trying to say by that. Either way, you want to... You still have those rows of 4, or the middle, and you'll take the, again, middle 2 black concrete and go up diagonally in with glass again from them. This is going to be a very repetitive pattern. This row is weird, because from this point, you want to actually bring each of those glass just in by an additional 1. So you have these 2x2s. You will place black concrete off the sides of them, which would be, I guess if you're looking at it, it'll be the left and the right. And it'll just be little rows of 2. Like so. And then you'll end up going out with a black concrete on each one, and then you can kind of, you'll end up almost connecting on a corner where you can just bring them in again to create this diagonal. It's a scuffed diagonal, but it's like the stair diagonal, I guess. Pretend like you're placing stairs, except you're not going left to right, you're going up and down, and you'll have this. I guess I did kind of forget about this, though. On the, I guess, outer diagonals, these middle 2 will end up wanting to be glass rather than black concrete. And then you will, I think, have to puff out the diagonals a little bit, but I'll explain that in just 2 seconds. Well, a little more than that. I gotta place this glass first. Good lord, I cannot see it. There we go. It's probably better to do it from above, but whatever. So yeah, essentially you're just placing, like, another black concrete inside of... I guess, yeah, inside of each of these to create just a little bit more of a circular shape. And if you can look at it, it's essentially you have the rows of 2 on each side and then a 1 diagonal in the middle. You go up diagonally in from that and just follow the shape with glass blocks, making sure you have no extra blocks, or but you also have all of them. Not too few, not too many. And then you'll fill in the center with black concrete, which is, if you guys are familiar with this, a 4x4 square without the corners. Still my favorite thing to instruct now. It used to be no one wants to see into your attic, but that's old news. In the center 2x2, you want a formation of upside down black stone stairs that will create that kind of point you get. So if you're looking up, you're just going to kind of, it doesn't really matter what direction. You'll take the bottom left and place an upside down black stone stair facing back. Right of it, you'll have a stair facing, oh god, I just can't place these, right. And then in front of that, you'll have one facing forward. Left of that front one, you'll have one facing left. You essentially, I guess you could alternatively just place one, turn, place one, turn, place one, turn, place one. I would just go the same way that you turn, though. So, like, you see if I'm here and I turn right, then I will go to my right. Or if I'm here and I turn left, I'll go left. Does that even work, actually? No, that wouldn't work. You have to go right, then. I guess is the point. Right is better. You should end up with that. That wasn't too bad, if I would say so myself. The room above that, by the way, is also a dome. So, yeah, we got hit with the old double whammy. Anyway, we can kind of start to get some detailing done in the main room here. We're going to start with the logos because there's a couple of them that we have to do. If we direct our attention to the right side here, we can do one over here. And you need to start off, get out bamboo stairs, cherry slabs, warped fence gates, orange concrete, light blue terracotta, light gray concrete, lime concrete, smooth quartz blocks, and we'll go with the old funny sea pickle. It's gonna go with the other one, but they're both funny, so it works either way, whatever. You want to start from this row of black concrete at the bottom, and if you're, like, looking at it, you want to come to the, I guess, bottom right-hand corner. From it, you will count up by one, and annoyingly, you'll place an upside-down bamboo stair facing into the wall, like so. I just placed a block here and placed it off of it. Left of that stair, you'll place 4 upside-down cherry slabs, and then an upside-down bamboo stair facing left. I wasn't sure if that was right. On top of each of the upside-down bamboo stairs, you'll place regular bamboo stairs that face towards each other, like so. Connect them together with warped fence gates. And then on top of the bamboo stair on either side, you'll place a cherry slab and extend it in by 1, which will leave you with the middle 2 blocks open. In the leftmost of those 2, you'll place an orange concrete. Right of it, a light blue terracotta. On top of the light blue terracotta, an orange concrete. And then right of that orange concrete, you want a lime concrete. And also left of that, still the top one, you'll place a light gray concrete and then a smooth quartz block. On top of the light gray concrete, you want a singular sea pickle. Clear your inventory and get out. The infamous dragon egg is returned. If you can't use it, we use wither skeleton skull, I would say. Warp slab, or if you just don't want to use it, that's also an option. Cherry fence, and we're gonna go warped fence. Structure voids, which if you already got rid of them, you can just go, again, aimlessly try to find one. Mangrove fence, mangrove stairs, and we'll go mangrove slabs. I don't think there's anything worth even getting with that last material slot. Yeah, not really. I don't see anything particularly, so we're just gonna go with that for now. To the right of the sea pickle, you want to place a dragon egg. On top of both the dragon egg and the sea pickle, make sure you don't actually try to place it on top of the dragon egg, unless you do this, which is crouching. You can't see that I'm crouching, but you want to place a just warp slab on top of each. Extend those warp slabs left and, or I guess, outside with a cherry fence, which is either left or right. And extend those cherry fences down with an upside down warp slab, along with those same fences up with a warp slab, which will give you this. It looks like the crying child a little bit. Like the tears are pink, though. I don't think that's normal. Between those upper warp slabs, you'll place upside down warp slabs, which will kind of be a half a block up. And off of the outside of the cherry fences, you'll place upside down warp slabs as well, like so. And that is your logo again. That logo is everywhere. There are so many. I think we've made 3 so far in the lobby. I can think of 3 in the atrium off the top of my head. Yeah, it's everywhere. So head to the doorway now that is just left of what we made. It's this one with the dark oak fence gates on either side. So I guess doorway in quotations. From the left half of it, you want to count to the second gray glass up, and going up, you'll place 2 warp fence, cherry fence, warp fence. Extend the warp fence on either side of the cherry fence right by... Well, actually, you'll go with the top one, and you'll go right with a warp fence, which will also be brought back by one, so it follows the curve. The bottom one, you'll go right with a cherry fence, and again, make sure to bring it back. And then from the back, we're going to go the warp fence here at the top of this back one. You'll go right with a cherry fence. Bring that fence down by 1, and then down with 2 warped fence. Off the edges of the low-hanging warp fences, you'll place structure voids to the outside, which will give you this. It just makes it look a little bit more like the logo. I forget what this logo is. It's a gift shop, I believe. But, yeah. The other logo we can do is on the opposite side. If you look at this black concrete, like, rectangle with the oak fences at the bottom, you want to head to the top left-hand corner of it if you're looking at it. And you will count left by 2 and up by 1 and place here a mangrove stair facing to the right. Left of it, an upside-down mangrove slab, and then left of that, a mangrove stair facing left. Extend either stair down with a mangrove fence, and then down with an upside-down stair, which should face away from each other. In the middle there, you want a mangrove slab, and that'll give you this shape. Clear your inventory again, still keep your structure voids, and we need some stuff for a banner. If you grab out a loom, a magenta banner, and specifically 2 red dye, you want to smack your loom aggressively on the floor. In this case, I'm smacking it on top of a door frame because I can, and placing your magenta banner and your red dye. You want to do the striped pattern, aka the Paley, and you also want to do the triangle at the bottom half, which is the chevron. And that's your banner right there. You will place it below the middle top upside down mangrove slab like so, and that will give you the Fazpad logo. Nice, you don't need that anymore. We should probably do the elevators. I feel like we're at that point now. Unless we want to not, I guess that's an option too. But you can head to the elevators because we're going to do them either way. And you want to start by getting out andesite, cyan terracotta, red concrete, light gray concrete, andesite walls, and we'll go block of coal. And so what you do with one, you want to do with both. You want to start by taking the cyan terracotta at the bottom here, and bring it back with 2 rows of cyan terracotta, and then a row of block of coal. I'm not sure if we're going to do the actual elevators themselves. We're just doing the area at the front, by the way. I will talk about that more in a second. But you want to place 3 andesite walls on top of each block of coal, and then a light gray concrete. That's just the doorway, so we have that, and we can fill in easier on this next portion, which would be... You want to start with the purple concrete kind of around the outside of this circle here, I guess the inside of the circle, rather, where the void is. You want to bring each of these purple concretes back with 2 andesite, just like I'm doing right now. I kind of did start doing it before I finished my sentence. But it should give you this, essentially, on both of them. I will do the other one in a second. I just want you to see what's going on. And yeah, not too bad. Just like this. You can then fill in the circle here in with red concrete. Now when you do this, you definitely at least have to do on the sides of the andesite walls and just everything else that is visible. You don't necessarily have to square it all for anything, although later that might be important. But yeah, so I will say it now as I finish this, and we'll show you in a second. The elevators themselves, I don't know if they're going to be part of this or the atrium, because, yeah, I didn't really particularly think about that, but regardless, they will be done eventually in a tutorial, that's for sure. I just don't know which I want to do them in, because they're linked here anyway, but I feel like it'd be smarter to do it in this one, because for other things we need to make the elevator into the area, if that makes sense. Basically twice. But either way, you should have this. before we move on, we actually should just finish, I think, this whole top area in general. It shouldn't really be too bad. You want to start by getting out blue terracotta, black concrete, prismarine slabs, purple slabs, item frames, magenta concrete, and light blue concrete. And I guess we could also get out... We'll get out smooth quartz slabs and bamboo slabs as well. That'll get us the next thing done as well. So we're going to start with everybody's favorite game, that is building symmetrically, which is probably a lie. If you take the outermost black concrete pillar on each of the elevators, you want to take the bottom one and extend it in with just 2 blue terracotta. On the innermost blue terracotta, you'll place a black concrete on top with an item frame off of the front of it. The right item frame has a magenta concrete in it, and the left has a light blue. Then back outside of that black concrete, on the left you'll place an upside down purple slab, and on the right you'll place an upside down prismarine slab. Which would give you this. I said that weirdly, but whatever. You then bring either those upside down slabs up with a normal slab, and then extend them in by 1 so they go over the black concrete. And those are your little thingies. These are distractions in the game, but they would be those like carts that you like put the thing in. It's like the seahorse from SpongeBob that Patrick was on. Was that? I'm thinking of the dream sequence, I think. I feel like there was an actual one where he was, though. Anyway, head to the door where the daycare is, or the daycare hallway would be, which is this door right here. That'll be probably its own thing, by the way, daycare hallway. And above the middle, like, 2 blocks of the doorway, you'll place upside down smooth quartz slabs, like so. On top of those, you'll just place bamboo slabs. Not particularly high effort or interesting, but that's what I have. Clear your inventory and get out a lightning rod, a warp sign, orange dye, and we'll go glow ink sac. We're just going to start with this for now. The cyan terracotta pillar behind the daycare door, off of the back corner of it, you'll place a lightning rod to the side. It is preferred that the butt end or the fatter end of the lightning rod is facing or is up against the floor, which is always annoying to place, but that is fine. On top of it, you want to place facing directly straight across, you will place a warped sign, and you will go down a line, and in all caps, you will type daycare pass. Go down a line, required for, down a line, and then entry. All of it in caps. And then you'll right click once with glow ink sac and once with orange dye, or just place on it, I guess. You want to take your ink sac and you want to shove it into that sign at full velocity. But regardless, you should have this. Time for more banner making. Yippee. We're going to start with the dark oak fences, and I guess we'll get all the stuff we need, which is a loom, blue banner, and you need a couple of yellow dye and a singular red dye. I don't know how many yellow specifically. I think it's 3, but I could be entirely wrong. And you want to head to the opposite side up here, and you want to, off of this furthest over red concrete pillar, you'll place a dark oak fence moving towards you. If you are looking towards the front of the lobby, you want to, from this perspective, count 4 diagonally right by 1 and place a fence, which would be towards you. Then go right, or count right by 2 and place another one. Now we can make our banner. Smack your loom on the floor. Put in your blue banner and your yellow dye. You want to do the, like, teeth at the bottom, which is the base indented. I would just call it the bottom row of teeth, but that works too. You will do the diamond or the lozenge in the middle. And then you will do the kind of top right-hand corner as yellow, which is the Chief Sinister Canton. What is that name? Whatever. I don't want to know. Take out your yellow and put in your red, and you want to do the border or the border or whatever. I would advise keeping this banner. If you see here, I have this one, which is called Pizza Screen Banner. And yeah, that's the same thing. I just named it and put it in my inventory so I wouldn't lose it. Because I know you need this, again, you need this in the daycare for sure. And I don't know about anywhere else, but I do know the daycare. So on top of each of these, you do want this banner, though. On the furthest left fence, I have it facing kind of like a 45-degree angle. On the middle one, it's just barely to the left. Am I being scammed again? No, and the other one is also barely to the left. If you guys, for those of you who watched the bakery tutorial, if it might not be out yet. I had that happen with the conduits where it looked like they were like tilted, but they weren't. I swear I wasn't going crazy. Anyway, you can clear your inventory, and we have one more thing we can do up here before we move on with our lives. And you want to get out. Light blue concrete. Yellow concrete. Red terracotta. Red banner. Iron bar, and stone slab. This will be another one of those designs you will not be able to get out of your head. So if you start from the left elevator, you want to be in line with this row of black concrete. You will count forward to the fourth purple wall in front of it, which is this one, and going forward, you'll place a light blue concrete, yellow concrete, red banner facing left, and then a red terracotta. You will essentially copy that row one more time, except you won't place the banner, and you could, I guess. That's weird that you can do that. You won't place the banner, and you will place a light blue concrete on top of the red terracotta. And then you'll place a full row of light blue concrete on top. Light concrete, yeah, my favorite block in the game. On the right side, you'll take this red terracotta and you'll extend it, I guess, back by one from this angle and then up by one. And the rest of this kind of back row will just be light blue concrete to create this kind of 4x2. Not where the red banner is located, I should say. The other middle block, which is the left one with the yellow concrete, would be on this like backmost one. You'll place an iron bar with a stone slab on top. Again, don't forget this design because you need to make this 3 more times right now. So let's get to it, shall we? From the front, if you look at it from the front, you'll have this. From the red terracotta, you'll go left with a light blue, yellow, red. And I appear to be missing the red, but this should be a red terracotta here. I don't know where did it go? Oh, I'm missing it on both the front and back. That's awkward. It's only on the side ones? Oh, okay. I think I know why. I would use a light blue then. Copy that row one more time except for the banner. Place a light blue on top. You will pretty much copy that from the back of this, like this back right corner, except you'll invert it. So you'll place light blue, red banner, yellow, light blue, and again, you'll just copy it from there. I'll explain the lack of red in a second. And then you'll just fill in the middle of them with light blue concrete. You do have to fill in almost entirely, you just need really the top and behind the red banner, I guess. The iron bars are situated, if you just take either yellow concrete row, you'll just count to the second light blue end and place an iron bar. And they should be diagonally, like so. From the front of this going right, you'll just place 2 light blue concrete sticking out. Extend back with a yellow, a red banner, and then a red terracotta. Take the red terracotta and bring it left one and then up one there. Extend the yellow up by 1, and then everything else is light blue, which would be 3 up in the inside here, 2 up from that, 1 up from that, etc. I am being a little bit vague, but the design isn't too particularly difficult, and it is just rotating the same thing along with a lot of light blue. Counter the second, again, light blue in from the yellow on the top, and place an iron bar with a stone slab. We're going to end up for the atrium probably structure blocking, not particularly this one, but a couple of different ones, because it just repeats, and that's all it does. It just repeats. Although I will explain that you don't technically have to. I just figured I should point that out. That is the upper half done, though. Surprisingly. And when I say upper half, I mean everything up to pretty much this wall here. There are some things on this wall, which I guess we can do now. We might actually be able to finish the middle. I feel like that's not too outrageous to think. You want to start by getting out. What is happening with my trapdoors? Oh, I see. Never mind. I know why. You want to start off by getting out. We're going to just get out kind of marker blocks. Cyan terracotta. Red terracotta. Lime terracotta. Sorry, I said lime. I meant lime. But I did not grab it. Yellow terracotta, there we go. I'm just a little bit off. Light gray concrete. Pink concrete. Purple concrete. Item frames and black stained glass. I know those aren't markers, but trust the process. Head over to where the vent is supposed to be, which is where it actually is. I don't know why I said supposed to. But anyway, if you're looking at it, you want to head to the corner to the right of it and place a cyan terracotta with a red terracotta on top. Left of the cyan from this angle, you'll place a purple. And then you'll skip over the 2 blocks where the vent are, along with the next 2, funnily enough. And you'll place a cyan terracotta here. It will be sticking out of the corner here. Essentially, you'll just have this corner behind it. It'll be more relevant in a second. But on top of that cyan, you'll place a lime terracotta. From the cyan, you'll go back diagonally left with a light gray concrete with a yellow terracotta on top of that. So this corner is just here. I guess in theory you could get soft locked if you somehow manage to get here, but I don't want to know about that. You go all the way left to the other side, which you'll be here. And you want to be on this first row of magenta that is of the furthest back part. You'll place a purple. Leave a gap of 1 moving left and place a cyan terracotta with a lime on top. Left of the cyan terracotta, you'll place a light gray concrete with a pink on top. Then you'll leave a gap of 2 and place a cyan terracotta with a red on top. Left of that, light gray concrete with a yellow on top. And you should end with 2 blocks to the left before the magenta doorway here. Nice. Now, from this point, on the, I guess, backside of each of them, with the exception of that one on the side, I'll explain that in a second, you'll place item frames with black glass in them off all the, I guess, top terracottas / concretes. Ignoring the purple as well. But this one where you have it on the weird corner, this one will face across to the other ones when you place it. Like this, essentially. This is this side. And then this is the other side. These also suck when we have to make them 17,000 times. Clear your inventory and get out. Flower pot. Bamboo. Oak leaves. And you want mangrove stairs. Okay, I keep grabbing 1, so I'll continue to do that. And you want the slab variants of the slab. No, I guess, yeah, just slab for the following: bamboo, mangrove, cherry, waxed weathered cut copper, and that is all, I suppose. We can also, for the funnies, get out a moss block. So, on top of each purple concrete, you will place a flower pot. In the flower pot, you want bamboo, and on top of the bamboo, you want an oak leaf. This is a similar design, just with a purple concrete under it, basically. On top of each terracotta, which will be either red, lime, yellow, or I guess the pink concrete, because it's special, you want to place the slab that makes the most sense, basically. So on top of the yellow terracotta, it's bamboo. On top of the red, it's mangrove. On top of the pink, it's cherry. And on top of the lime, it's your wax weathered cut copper. Such a short name, am I right? Just like so. For the block we got out for the funnies, if you essentially head all the way over to this TV over here, this little like 3x2 of black concrete, where also you have the alternate entrance, you will place a moss block just in the very corner here. You can clear your inventory, and we're going to focus on this corner before we actually finish anything else, where you'll get out. Crimson trapdoors, that's definitely what I meant to grab. The short grass variant, it is actually called short grass, and white banners. I really wasn't sure. They change these names every once in a while, and I don't ever know. On top of the moss block, you want short grass. Well, I got a very tall one, actually. Dang. You want crimson trapdoors open up against the 2 sides of the moss block. And then, if you count over from the corner, essentially, you want to leave the first 4 magenta open and count to the 5th. So, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And you want to be not at eye level, but 1 block up. So, the 3rd magenta up. And going left, you'll place 3 white banners. This is another TV screen that we can't make into the wall because, funny. There's also some on the other side of that wall, funnily enough, that we have to do the same way, but we're not going to worry about those just yet. Now, we can do the absolute torment. Not really. It just sucks that there's the signs for all of these. So you need the 4 following signs: bamboo, crimson, cherry, and warped, along with glowing sacks, white dye, and I don't think we used the mangrove stairs, so get those back out before we start this. And yeah, we didn't. Between the 2 sets of 2 ATMs on the one side, which is the things we've been making here and that we have the signs and everything for, just right here, and you want to place a set of upside down mangrove stairs facing towards each other, which is the bench, if you are not familiar, or if you forgot. It's not like we made 50,000 of those earlier, we definitely did. So on each of these, again, you want to use the logical sign, which will either be just the same as the slab, or in the mangrove case, it's crimson for some reason, don't ask why. You want to place the sign and go down a line and type in all caps, ATM. And I'm going to just place all 4 of the, actually I'll just do them all because there's only, I think, 7, which isn't really worth doing the funny data thing. Oh no, maybe it is, because I can't type. That's just in. At least you can edit signs now. Definitely one of the best changes they've ever made. Anyway, it should look like this. Now that looks stupid, so you want to place your glowing sack on along with your white dye, and it will just make it look a little bit better. Signs don't look good without something, I feel like. Like, you have to glowing sack them almost every time. Definitely, glow squids in general are just kind of eh, but this is definitely one of the best changes in my mind. The ability to light up your signs. So, I mean, yeah, that's, I believe, everything done except for the areas on the side here. Now, yeah, I might just end the part here. I was gonna do a little bit more, but we're, like, 40 minutes in almost, so that's a good point to end. I think next part, we're probably going to focus on getting, like, these rooms here done, this little set, along with just the left side in general. And then once we do the left, we'll do the right, and then we'll be done. We're honestly really close. I did not expect to finish all that in one part, I'm not gonna lie. I thought the dome was gonna be most of that. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for if you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, it took my emoji again. I'm a little early, but whatever. Peace.